Hi, welcome to Unfiltered Intellect, where we keep the conversations real, honest, and my guest with me and my co-host officially is none other than Khalid. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Thank you for letting us use the setup.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
So yeah, today's podcast is basically about people that in today's society that think they have it all together. Meanwhile, in reality, they kind of
they're lost.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Actually, this is a wild one, to be honest, and I mean, I'm really glad you brought it up, because yes, a lot of people look like they have it together, looks like they have it together, but it's part of the process that they be lost while finding themselves. At least doing something is better than not doing anything, because you're too scared of making that mistake. So with social media, with the crazy amount of information that's distributed in today's world, it's easy to get lost, but it's not good to keep getting lost and going the wrong way. You see, that's one thing.
But what I'm saying is, like these, especially you mentioned social media, people that come onto social media and say you gotta wake up at 5 a.m. What happens when you wake up at 8 a.m.?
Your life is over.
Exactly. So these fake influences, especially, how do you navigate through these?
I just say it's part of the process. You have to keep applying those advices until I'll give you another example. See, this is just like a small part of the library which I have and read to, and there are maybe like 300 authors here, or 200 different authors.
Which is your favorite one? Just out of interest.
I have like 5. So
five favorite authors?
Only out of 100. So how did I get to choose those 5? Is through reading 100 authors.
Okay.
Otherwise I wouldn't know, right?
So it's about sifting through.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to keep going through. But what sometimes do happen, and I get to see this in live examples, correct me if I'm wrong, is some people get too lost and then they get too delusional, and over analyzing,
delusional,
and then they just simply paralyze themselves. And that's when you have to be like, no, wait, I must be doing something wrong, okay? Because especially if you set out goals, okay?
You what? Sorry?
Set goals.
Set goals.
Set goals to achieve them.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you get to achieve like 5%. Okay, or 10%. If you think about it, there has to be something wrong, right? You should at least if you don't have the skills yet, achieve like 50% or 40%.
50%, Khalid. If you're starting out, like what I was gonna say, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say is, like, when you're starting out to achieve your goals, every little achievement is something to celebrate. Or am I wrong?
No, absolutely.
So 50%? In what time frame?
Yeah, at least the short-term goals. I'm not saying the big goals. Okay, that's one. Second of all, if you're new to setting goals, okay, because I used to get taught this a lot from my leaders, the people people who I look up to.
Yeah.
If you just started setting out goals, your goals will be too small. Yeah, and this is normal. So achieving 50% of them is reasonable. Once you start having the skills, you start setting out massive goals, and then you look back at your initial goals and you're like, why did I set such a small goal? Like, how can this let me grow, become stronger, and grow as an overall? So this is just based on my personal opinion and experience. 50%. If it's less than 50%, maybe you're setting, I don't know, unrealistic goals. Maybe you didn't put enough effort and time.
There's something wrong with setting unrealistic goals. Like, okay, I get the whole, like, setting a goal that's way out of your league, but there's no harm in dreaming.
No, you can absolutely. But I'm saying, let's say if you want to achieve that goal within 3 months, I'm speaking about that specific goal.
Okay.
You achieve 50% of it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
50% of the goal.
Of the goal.
A set goal before you. 50%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the whole goals. Like, obviously.
Sorry, I wasn't understanding.
It's okay. I've read most of the books that is out there on goal setting. Okay. And this is actually one of the things that I can publish and speak about when it comes to how to achieving goals,
Yeah.
because that's the starting point with the actual topic we'll be speaking today, like how to start achieving the life that you want after being a life coach or hearing from life coaches and etc. etc.
Just sorry, before we carry on with this, when it comes to life coaches, are there any life coaches that you recommend to the people watching? Because there's so much on social media. Like, if you just type in how to be a better alpha, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? There's so many of them out there. But if you could direct people, especially for social media, people that are like doom scrolling, are there any names that come to mind?
For me personally, because I just love the way the style of their writing. Okay. I love the way how they simplify the process, how they simplify the words. They make it so easy that, it looks stupid not achieving it,
But who is that in particular?
So you got authors like Robin Sharma.
Robin Sharma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Robin Sharma. You got authors like Dan Lok.
Dan Lok.
Dan Lok.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Dan Lok, okay.
I can give you some highlights on the books of them that I have that really help.
This is Dan Lok. Over there. Okay.
Dan Lok.
Yeah.
Dan Lok.
He's quite a popular guy on social media, especially when it comes to saving. Okay, that's one of his books.
So that's his latest book. Dan Lok is called FU Money. Okay. And if you look at it, the image of it, but obviously the reason why he said FU Money is because it's so easy to achieve the money that you really want.
So
you just have to have a plan
for some inspiration on how to save your money, Dan Lok is the guy. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.